You've released. You've cut those ties, those cords, those energetic attachments that have held you down. You've released that in a beautiful, powerful way. For some of you, it was right here on the spring equinox that you finally said your farewell to that version of you, into those people, places, circumstances, events that hurt you. And so now I feel like you find yourself in this space of, now what, right? I released, I said farewell to those old versions of me. It's like in this waiting room. It's like before the next step, before the next chapter, before that next timeline that you're walking into emerges, there's this pause in between. It's almost like an entryway with the storm door. You know, if you live in the Midwest or if you're around places that have storms, it's like you open the door and then there's this little space, like an entry, before you walk into the main room. And so you're in this entry right now, and it's like your spirit, your higher self, she's like, we're just going to pause here for a minute and make sure that you're ready, because this is a choice always to move forward. And a lot of times this is like an integration room, like a processing moment, you know, where you're just pausing and you're reflecting and you're taking a breath and you're just releasing that last little bit of whatever it is. You know, sometimes it's like a residue that just lingers there for a moment. And sometimes there's grieving that comes along with this. You know, when you release, there's some grieving that comes along with that. And it can be intense, it can be deep, it can be very sad, right? It can be a lot to process. A lot of emotions that come along with that. When people are ready to release, and when you truly get to that place in your life where you are ready to release those things and people and places that have held you down, that have hurt you, it takes a lot to get to that place. It is not an easy journey. And for empaths, sometimes it takes a long time. Sometimes it takes lifetimes. If you have gotten to this place now in this lifetime, that's an incredible, huge, profound, monumental level of healing that you have arrived at. I am so incredibly proud of you. That isn't easy. Empaths feel with their entire souls, and they feel the pain, and they feel the rage, and they feel the betrayals, and they feel the love so incredibly deeply, not of just themselves, but of others and of those things around them. Empaths are like sponges. So you've sponged all that up, and you've learned to dig your way through the trenches. You've learned to light that path. You've learned to alchemize that pain. You've learned to put yourself first, to love yourself, to mother yourself, to go back and to collect those broken pieces of yourself. You've come so far, and that light within you has been ignited. You cannot go back. You can. That's going to be a more denser you, and it's not going to feel good. You're not going to feel good in your body. Once you've arrived at this level, it's time for you to move forward. So this space that you're in, this entryway, this integration room, is for you to take a breath in and just pause and reflect and find that gratitude and count those blessings and thank yourself for arriving at this place, right? So what's the next step? Is exactly where you're at. It's about cleansing that mind, body, and spirit. This is a number 11 card as well. So let's just see what it says here in the Empath's Oracle. It's cleansing mind, body, and spirit. This is a whole manual on how to navigate your empath and where you're at on your journey. So it's really insightful, but contemplating how we are keeping up with our mental, physical, and spiritual wellness. So that is a contemplating moment that you're in. You're just checking in with yourself, analyzing our environments and what we choose to consume, and taking a rejuvenating break from the daily grind. And the woman in this painting, how beautiful is that? Says here, she must let go in order to grasp the whole. She shook off all ballast and is thus reaching the core of her being. And this picture illustrates that only through a clear minimalist inner structure and immersion in the essence of life is possible. It says, just like we put oil in our car and give it a wash when dirty, our own personal upkeep allows us to continue functioning in a healthy way. So take this time, take this space that you're in right now to just love you. This is your gardens of life. You get to choose what direction that you want to go in from this moment forward. Remember who you are at your core and give yourself grace along your journey. I love you. I'm so incredibly proud of you. And I'm so excited for what's to come.